So you put together the crowdfunding campaign video, right, for
Yeah.
Search and Rescue. It's excellent, by the way.
Thank you.
Have, part of the movie in the beginning, right? And
Yeah, we actually shot a standalone, I guess, teaser for the movie. It's funny because the teaser in the campaign is not actually a scene from the movie. When I really tried to, some people try to like cobble together moments from the actual movie. The main character, Kevin Corrigan, is definitely the main character, but I was trying to find something that would represent sort of the tone of the movie, not only visually but also sort of the black comic component. So it's a violent movie and it has a certain degree of black comedy in it, not unlike Some Guy Who Kills People. And I wanted to kind of do something that would just say that very quickly. So I realized I could write something separately that would represent it. So that's the whole trophy hunt, beating the shit out of the trophy hunter came from that. Although now that I think about it, I'm now thinking of actually incorporating this idea somewhere in the story so that maybe it could even work as like a post-credit sequence, like somewhere in the movie, almost outside of the plot, there's this trophy hunter thing, so that at the end of the picture, he beats the shit out of the trophy hunter almost as like a bonus, But yeah, that's where that came from.
So then you have another part of the video where then you introduce the campaign,
Right.
and then you show behind the scenes footage of you on set with
Right.
at least one or two different productions.
That's right.
And I enjoyed watching both. It's almost like they're two separate things in one, which was helpful.
Yeah.
When you watch that footage of yourself directing, is that someone you know right there? I mean, can you believe that, like, wow, that's me? Because you almost have to become a different person, I'm sure, when you're directing. How do you feel seeing that footage?
And this is I'm sorry, I'm taking a drink here.
Oh, that's okay.
Can you jump cut these? Or
Sure, yeah. Well,
when I look at myself in behind the scenes footage, I do recognize myself in it, but as you mentioned, it's me in set mode. Like, for example, I had some students that assisted in the production of the teaser, and they only know me from class. They know me from my lectures and and when I'm in class, I wear a suit jacket, and I'm a bit of a germaphobe. So I'm like constantly doing this kind of stuff very neurotically, and and they observed when we were shooting. They're like, wow, you're totally different, because now I'm in a t-shirt, I'm rolling around on the floor trying to show Kevin Corrigan how to get hit and all this stuff, and I'm not conscious. It's a different head. It's a totally different head. You're in shooting mode. And what I tell my students is that, to be a good director, you have to really disappear into whatever you're making. You have to be so in the moment. It's not like you're just executing IKEA instructions, which are the script. That's the mistake. It's like, well, if I just follow the script and I build this shelf, it's not that at all. It's like this thing that the director has to do, which is sort of wed with the material, or it just has to become real, absolutely real. So you can't be self-conscious at all about how you look, or you're just in the making of the piece. So in the reality of the piece. So I think what I notice when I watch footage of myself is how in that head I am, like just doing it, which I love. Again, it's what all filmmakers crave, is to get to that place where you can just like play. And there is a real correlation. I also say this in class. It's like, if you can remember when you're a little kid and you're playing with dolls or cars and maybe we've said this before, but it's like you're never like self-conscious about that. You're just like in it, you're inside both of these, and that's the way I like to be when I'm making a film. You're just inside this thing that's actually happening, as opposed to, now we do this and now we do that. It's not a cold process. It's a very alive, messy thing.
Right, and anything could happen.
And anything can happen, right? Yeah.